Hi, friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am here with a special guest today, Moran of the Style Foundry, and I'm so excited because she is going to talk to us about quality versus quantity when it comes to your wardrobe. So, Megan, why don't you share a little bit about your business to start, and then let's jump into when it comes to clothing. Should we shop quantity or quality?
Yes, for sure. Yeah. So thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. I'm excited to share with your followers about what I am doing and how to save and all that kind of fun stuff. My name is Megan Moran. Like you said, I'm the owner of the Style Foundry and I'm a wardrobe stylist for business professionals. So I help them take the stress out of getting dressed by cleaning out their closet, mixing and matching what they own, and then helping them shop for what they need, which is really what we're going to touch on today.
Yeah, which is so perfect, by the way. I love your business because I think it's so awesome. I mean, there is a lot of stress in getting dressed, especially if you have something to go to or you're in the professional world, and there can be that stress of every morning, what am I going to wear? And
exactly.
So
it's definitely a struggle when you get up and you look at your closet, and a lot of the times it's that feeling of I have a million things, but I have nothing to wear.
So exactly. Yeah. So I think we've all been there.
For sure. Yeah. And that's where this like quality over quantity thing really does come into play. So knowing really what to spend your money on in your closet, so you're not waking up every day and looking at it and saying like, oh, I have nothing to wear. What do I do with all these clothes, and feeling almost wasteful. So again, what you're all about is where do we best spend our money so we can spend it on the things we want to. And so at the end of the day, when it comes to your wardrobe, I recommend focus on quality over quantity. The one exception is if you are totally that person who does not want to rewear something over and over again in a season, then you're never going to be satisfied if you have way less pieces. So that's going to be the one caveat to this. But for the most part, a lot of us fall in this less is more category where we're happy to rewear an outfit a couple times, 3-4 times within a season, which when you really think about it is not rewearing it that much. So so that's where it's like quality over quantity is so important, because you're going to be wearing these pieces again and again. You're going to mix and match them a ton. And so you need them to last you longer, because then you need less pieces in your closet. So that's definitely important. In my opinion, that's the best route to go, is the quality over quantity. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think, guys, it's important to note that a big part of being frugal really is knowing when to spend money on something and when to save money on something. Because if you're saving money on something, but it's something that is going to wear out really fast and you have to buy it, like you're saying, over and over again, then you have to really evaluate, are you actually saving money on that? Probably not. It is true. I think that there are pieces that you can save money on, definitely. Mm-hmm. I'll admit I shop at Target and I save money in some of those areas, but there are things that you should probably invest in and spend a little bit more in the quality of it. And so I think this is great. I'm excited.
Yeah. So we can just hop right in and talk about the different categories. So I'm just going to run through the different buckets of categories, things that you're typically going to be purchasing, and then talking about, where do you invest in those pieces and where can you save some money and buy stuff that's either lower quality or just a lower price. So the first one, the one that you're going to be wearing the most often, is going to be tops. So most of us ladies are typically in a top over a dress. And so when it comes to those, I really recommend investing in those pieces that you're going to wear time and time again. So when you think about your tops, what I recommend is that every piece, or almost every piece, should make at least 3 outfits. So when I say 3 outfits, the easiest way to think about it is, can I wear it to work? Can I then wear it with jeans and wear it every day? And then can I dress it up for a date night and wear it on the weekends?
So I love this because I get stuck in just wearing the same thing the same way. And so it does make you feel like you have different outfits if you're wearing it in different ways. So
exactly. Yeah. And thinking about that too is something that I think about when I go shopping or I take clients shopping, and I say to them, can you use it in 3 ways? Because if you can't, then don't spend the money on it, because then you're going to have to buy 2 more pieces to make enough outfits. And again, it's a way to save some money for you. So making sure every piece, and when it comes to the tops, again, you're going to wear them again and again. So invest in the good stuff. Invest in something that's comfortable, that fits you well. The fabric is not going to give out on you. So typically when it comes to tops, depending on where you go. If you're going to a Nordstrom rack, those tops are originally somewhere between like 50 and 60, but you could probably get them around like 20-ish, and that's fine because the quality is good there. If you're going to a regular store, like a regular boutique or something like that, where it's not the discounted, I recommend looking at something that's a polyester, maybe has a little silk in it, and those are typically around that 48, 50, 60 range is the good spot to be in for quality without getting out of control and just wasting money. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's the first one, is your tops. When it does come to where you can save on tops, if you need some weekend clothes that's more casual, like I said, not everything is going to transition from work to weekday to date night. But if you do want some casual tees, things like that, that's where you don't have to spend a lot of money. Like, get those from Target. You don't need a $30 t-shirt. There's not that big of a difference, so don't waste your money there.
I love that you say that too, because something that I just kind of had a realization, and it might seem like simple, but I work from home, and I really split my time from being with my daughter to doing videos to being with clients and that kind of thing. And so I had a struggle with, how do I structure my outfits, and I was wearing nice clothes and getting them ruined because toddlers don't care what they wipe on you. So I started I do that. I go to like Walmart or Target and just buy those t-shirts, and those are like my at the park, hanging out with my daughter, and then a little bit more expensive clothes that I wear when I'm, recording my videos or I'm meeting with clients and that kind of thing. And because it doesn't make sense to spend money on clothes that I know are going to get stained or whatever.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. A lot of my clients too, when we talk about like, does white make sense? Like, is that a good investment piece, especially when you're a mom to a young kid? Like, probably not, because it's going to get just trashed. So that's something we'll avoid. So definitely other things to consider too when you're looking. But those weekend shirts you could save money on, and then anything that's trendy. So if you want to try a piece because it's the hot trend right now and it's not a more classic thing, like plaids are a big trend in the fall. Okay, plaids are going to be around in the fall every year, give or take. So that's something where it's not super trendy, but fringe was really big last year. That's something where I'd say, like, okay, you could get a $20 fringe something. Don't spend $60 on something fringe that you're not going to wear again.
Or like the bell sleeves, right?
Exactly.
Those are a big trend.
Yeah, those are a big trend. Cold shoulder was huge for a while. And so some of those cold shoulder lasted about 2 to 3 years. So that one was fine with investing a little bit more in. But anything that's trendy and like you want to try it in your style, don't spend a lot of money. That's where I'd say save on it. You don't have to invest there.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So after tops, the next thing that we really think about are dresses. Some people aren't a huge dress fan, and that's fine too. Then you just focus on having more tops in your wardrobe than dresses. But for dresses, let's say for work, that's where I really recommend that you invest, because what you're wearing to work is going to not only represent yourself, but also the brand and the company that you're working for. So you want to make sure that the quality and the polished and professional look is definitely there. So that's an investment piece. Plus, who wants to be at work and be super uncomfortable in a dress? Maybe it's itchy, maybe it's too tight because you didn't get the right size or you didn't invest in that right piece. And so that's definitely worth that extra money, because you're going to, again, wear those again and again to work.
That makes sense.
That's definitely where you want to invest. But when it comes to saving on dresses, your summer cotton dresses, get them at TJ Maxx, get them at Marshall's, get them at Target. A cotton dress, easy to throw on. You'll wear it that season, whatever patterns are fun or you enjoy, but don't feel like you have to spend a ton of money on those, because those are knock-around dresses. Basically anything in cotton, don't feel like you need to spend a ton of money on it.
Okay, I like that tip. That's easy to remember.
Yeah. And then moving on to pants, this is one that is investment all the way. When it comes to your pants, just like you said, you don't want to buy a pair that's cheaper because you think you're saving, because they're going to give out on you and because you're going to wear them every day. So if you buy a $40 pair of pants or jeans, you know that the quality is not going to be quite there. And with the stretchy fabrics that they have now, those knees and the butt are going to give out on you and you're going to be super uncomfortable and then buying them again. But if you invest in jeans, I recommend spending around like $70 to $80 for a good quality pair. And then those should last you for a year. And then your dress pants, I typically recommend being in the around $100 range. 100 and up is really where you're going to find those quality materials and fabrics that'll last you a long time. So really, when it comes to pants, I don't recommend in any scenario finding something that's cheaper because it's just not going to last for you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The only thing I would say is I do the same thing with the t-shirts with my daughter. Like if I know that I'm going to be hanging out at the park or we're going to be crawling around or whatever, then I do have a pair of Target jeans or whatever that I wear for those scenarios.
Yes.
Because I'm not wearing my expensive jeans.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Knock around clothes. Yeah. Yeah, knock-around clothes is definitely a good thing to have in your wardrobe when you're, going around town, going to the park, things like that. So, when it's athletic wear, I'll get my leggings at Target. I don't necessarily need to get them from Lululemon or anything. So that's something where, my knock-around clothes I would spend less on than my pair of jeans that I'm wearing every day.
Uh-huh. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so then the next one is going to be jackets. With jackets, again, that's going to be an investment. You want to invest. It's something that's going to keep you warm. Again, the only scenario where you don't need to invest as much is when you're doing a trendy blazer. So that one, a traditional blazer, if you're going to get a black or a navy that you're going to wear all the time, invest in that because you're going to wear it again and again. The blazer style is not going to change within 5 years. So you're fine to invest in that for now. And then when you need a different size or the style changes a bit, 5 years down the road, you're not going to feel bad for spending $100, $150 on a good blazer. But trendy ones. So like you said, I've had some clients buy a black blazer with the bell sleeve. Super cute, 20 to 30 or 40 bucks at Nordstrom Rack. Not a big deal. Definitely worth spending less on because, again, it's going to rotate out soon. So
yeah, exactly. You don't want to spend a lot of money on something that is only going to be for that season or something.
Exactly. Yeah. And so then that brings us to the last two things. Shoes, again, always an investment piece. And what I recommend there is just invest in the neutrals. So the basic neutrals are all you really need. And I know some people love shoes. And if that's your thing and you want a bunch of different shoes, everybody has one thing that they love to buy and have in their closet. But in all reality, you really only need 2 pairs of flats, a nude and a black or a nude and a brown. You need your heels potentially for work if you need to be that dressy for work. You'll need some boots in the winter, typically like a riding or an ankle boot, and then a bootie for date night. And then you'll want a date night heel as well. When it comes to your date night heels, those are ones that you can feel free to get those from Target. Just something that they're a little bit more trendy. You're not wearing them that often. It's not as big of a deal. Or you can look at it as an investment and you're going to try to wear those for the next 3 years or so until the heel style changes. But for the most part, again, it's the comfort of the pants. You want those shoes to be comfortable, so you want to spend a little extra because you're on your feet and you deserve to feel okay in them.
Yeah, you're going to feel that they were cheap if you're on your feet all day.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I have a question. Maybe this is a silly question, but do you recommend a difference between the work day heel and the date night heel? What do you recommend with that?
Yep. So work heels, right now the style is pointed toe, more of the pump style. The other option would be the medium height heel is really big for the fall time right now, and that would be a chunky block heel. Again, try to get those in a pointed toe, but if you're not a pointed toe fan, you could go round toe. So that's going to be your work heel. For your date night heels, those are going to be a little different. Right now, they're definitely going to be solely a chunky heel. In the summertime, you'll probably find a nude sandal version, and then in the wintertime, you'll go with a bootie. That bootie might be one that you're also wearing to work, in which case I'd recommend that be a black leather. If you really want to pare down and not have a ton of shoes, you could get the same one to do both. But otherwise, on the weekends, you could do suede, you could do a taupe color, but really you want that wedge bootie for the weekends for date nights. So
okay, that's what I was just going to ask, a wedge or a heel. So a wedge. Okay.
Yeah, if you go with a heel for a bootie, you want it to be the chunky one, or the wedge for a bootie. When it comes to your work heels, you could do a wedge as long as you're doing a fully leather heel. Otherwise, I recommend either the block or the point for a work heel. So
okay,
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the last thing on the list is going to be jewelry. Jewelry is going to be the number one key to expanding and mixing and matching your wardrobe. So you definitely want to have a couple of different options there if it matches your style. Some styles are very classic and minimalist and don't use any jewelry. So they're a little outlier in this scenario. But when it comes to jewelry, unless you're buying fine jewelry like your diamonds, pearls, things like that, you don't need to spend a ton of money. So typically I'm looking at necklaces between like $20 and $40. 40, you're looking at 40, 45 or the stones, maybe a statement necklace like I'm wearing, something that's a little higher quality. But for the most part, you can put your trends in your jewelry because when you spend $20 on it, you don't feel bad to switch it out. It's an easier way to infuse trends into your wardrobe. And yeah, it's just a place that I don't think you need to spend a ton of money on. Definitely save when it comes to your jewelry.
Yeah, I think that's great too, because like you said, especially if you want to wear different necklaces, to change up your outfit into something, it can get expensive to spend a lot on it. So
Sure.
I know I pick up some of mine at like New York and Company.
Mm-hmm.
They have a great section of it, and it's kind of right there in that price range of what you're saying, and it's not too expensive to be able to just mix and match it with your different outfits.
Exactly. Yeah. If you buy one quality shirt that's around $40, $50, and then you could buy 2 or 3 necklaces that are switching up that outfit for only $20 each, you could already see how many different outfits you can make without spending too much money. So definitely recommend that there. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for sharing these tips.
Yeah,
I think this is super helpful. I know everyone is going to get value from this. And guys, you be sure to check out Megan's channel because we also have a video where I'm on her channel sharing how to save money and be able to buy some of these quality pieces. Because I recommend not going into debt for anything like this or anything like that. So it's important that you pay cash, but you might be looking at this going, how can I invest in these pieces? And so there are ways that you can evaluate your budget and fit this in. And then, like we said, if you're spending it on the quality pieces, then you're not buying it again and again. So you're actually are saving money in the long run. So yeah, I think that's great.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me. I can't wait for everybody to check out your video too. It's amazing. So I'm excited that we were able to partner up and talk about saving money on clothes.
Yes, I'm excited too. All right. Well, thanks for being on here, and thanks guys for watching.
Thanks.